G'day folks. Well, it's safe to say it hasn't been the best time for hunters this year. We just haven't had the access with everything that's been going on, and so sitting at home it's given us plenty of time to reflect upon the trips of the past, and you know, at the end of the day it's a good thing to have you know, the memories we've made and the great adventures that we've all shared in. So I wasn't originally going to put this footage out there, but I thought it's a good thing to share with you guys, especially this time while we can't get out ourselves. So I hope you enjoy it. It's a good lesson about what really makes a trip successful. It's not always the game, and I'll tell you right now, no animals were shot on this trip, but looking back now, it's one of the most memorable trips we've had. You know, the sense of adventure, the camaraderie, in the essence, that's what we're out there chasing. You know, if we're out there chasing a good time, well, we're always successful, eh? So, hope you enjoy it, stay tuned, and hope to see you out there very soon, guys. Take care. How's that?
How are you, mate?
We're back at it again.
Good to see you.
So this is living. We got this little cabin for the night, and we're going pack rafting. So base tonight here. We're going to prep some food. We've got a nice fire. We'll get an early night, get a rest, and pump up the rafts on the side of the river tomorrow. And it's bloody freezing.
Jesus.
Too right.
Oh.
I'll see what these boys are doing. Morning, boys. What's going on? Oh, last minute charge. Holy crap, it's freezing this morning. That wasn't on the forecast.
I think it actually was.
You gonna do your hair before we go?
It's done.
What are you doing, Aaron? You know we're in the kitchen, there's some bowls right there, eh?
I didn't pack for this luxury.
You just don't want to do the dishes.
I'm dripping milk everywhere, I'm gonna have to. And clean the floor.
Cold, Don?
Yeah, my fingers are, I'll tell you. Just my fingers.
You getting excited yet?
Been excited all night, mate.
You're leaving that like that?
You are. I'm going to throw you in, mate. I'm just going to bench you and fucking throw you in. God. How bad are they if you move this to the side a little bit and you put something lighter on the other side? Does it really upset the...
You want it or your load to be centered, yeah.
You hear it? Get worried.
The boys there can hear rapid, the first rapid down there. It gets louder as you get closer.
This is where your little pucker hole goes.
Oh, good morning, folks. Here we are again on the river. It couldn't get better weather. Mountain country with the boys. Big day on the river today. We'll have quite a few hours. We've just set off, and we might pull in for some lunch somewhere, and we're gonna find a good spot for base camp tonight and have a little poke around, look for a deer this afternoon. That's the plan. What do you reckon, Azar?
How good is this? I wonder what the other people are doing back home working. They are getting paid though, I'm not. I'll take your thing, Daddy.
So this is day one. How many days? We've got 4 out here. Who's your mates over there? What's your first impressions?
Awesome, mate. Want more rapids?
Want more rapids?
More rapids.
Yeehaw, you're gonna get rapids. There'll be plenty of them.
This is really cool. Really cool.
It's a beautiful thing to do, isn't it?
Oh.
That log there, I look up and they're both out of their boats. Now Don's bailing out.
That was danger, mate. Quick, yeah. We'll both try to avoid. I saw a bit of fence before and I thought, fence wire, barbed wire, star tickets. Avoid that and it's hanged up on this.
And I took the wrong, I went left around that. There's a massive log jam in there. I ended up mixed into all that stuff. There's no way of getting through. That was a bit of excitement. It just shows it happens quick, doesn't it? Look out there, Asa. We just quickly pulled in for a little pee break. And have a look over here. It's good signs.
Right.
Start the count. Hopefully it's the first of many. You find any casties, Azza? Unlucky.
She's already swept the area before you She's not looking hard enough.
We've got quite a big rapid. It's a big, gnarly sweeper. It's got a bit of a berm. There's a real bit of backwater at the back, on the back of it. Last time it was pretty hairy, so we're going to film this one as we go through. We've just made it to the first camp. Boys are unloading. Don's got a few luxuries with him again. So I'm running the Z-Pack duplex on this trip just to save a bit of volume in my bag. And so far so good. This has been a great little tent. I'll have to do a review on this one later, but yeah, it's pretty specky. It's the DCF, the old Cuban fibre, if you like. Single wall, so down here you will probably along the river get a bit of condensation, but if you leave the doors open at night it seems to be pretty good. Shelter's done. Let's go and see over what Big Mac is doing over here. What are you up to?
Trying to remember how to put the tent up.
Who's your mate here? What tent is it? Big Agnes?
Big Agnes.
Copper spur or?
Copper spur, yeah.
So what do you think second time round? Not as scary?
No, it's pretty easy, mate. Yeah.
You know,
It's nice.
the fear of the unknown. This is looking straight out of camp here. That's the spot where we saw a pretty good stag and two hinds come up way up on that face there. So sun's on it now. Still looks steep.
Yeah.
And we went up straight up there and glassed over into it, so we'll have to do that one again. So off goes Don for an afternoon stalk. You ready, George?
Sweet, let's find some girls.
A year later, almost to the date.
2 weeks later.
So just punching up straight out of camp here. Already some pretty good opposing faces to look at. It's nearly deer o'clock, still got about 2 hours of light left, so I won't go too far up here. Just want to get my bearings and see if there's any deer about. I want quite a good game trail here. It's pretty hot actually, there's a lot of critters coming down on this face, so I'm actually thinking that I'm walking on the face that they're on, so I might change my plans for the morning.
Yeah, Dazza. I just found a casty, man. That's you on the radio. I just found one. It's 1-all now. Little stumpy sucker. I'll show you it.
Was it on the river flat you just picked up a castie?
Yeah, but it's a little knob, about 50 mil long.
Are you still talking about the castie? Well done, mate. Oh, yeah, keep on trekking around there. That's good stuff. I've punched up above our camp and I've come around the other side here, and it's taken me a few hours, but I finally found a deer feeding down towards the creek. So I've positioned myself just above it, and it's really swirly in here wind-wise. Every now and then it's still, and then a big swirl. 226 metres she was, and she just picked up my wind and just galloped out of there, crashed and taken off. So I think I'm done on this side. Doesn't seem like my wind's going down there, but it must be, unless one of the other boys pushed in there a little bit. But yeah, so that one's taken off, unfortunately. It nearly worked out alright. The deer got the drop on us this time, so we're headed back to camp. Did you guys see anything?
Wombats.
You saw wombats?
Yeah, wombats. I've got a video of 4 wombats actually, in the one little patch.
Just over here?
Yeah, before when I jumped out to check that wallow out.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a stubby thing, isn't it? Wow.
that's cool. Jeez. So it's gone way back.
Funky as, eh?
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the ground like that. I'm like, I just stopped to talk to Don. I'm like, there's a castie. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's cool, that is.
Sweet, he's on the board. Home.
Dinner time. Unbeknownst to Dom, we had a little secret planned for him this afternoon.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hooray. Hooray. Thanks, boys. Happy birthday, buddy. Kept that in pretty good nick.
What a spot to spend your birthday. It's now the morning, day 2. Here we've got boys just getting ready to head back out. It was a little bit windy last night, but it's chilled out now. As it's thawing the bones. It looks like it's going to be a bloody bripper day though, not a cloud in the sky. You ready to go, Azza?
Got over your tummy bug from last night.
What happened last night? Old Chucky.
Doesn't make sure I had my salt up so I didn't get cramps and gout. So he gave me these little salt tablets. Just take a couple, you'll be right. Took them. After I've taken them, Don pipes up. Can't have them, they make me crook. I'm like, oh, never that. Anyway, sung happy birthday to Don. All of a sudden sat down, I'm like, boop, boop. Had to run over and bloody get rid of the chocolate cake and the dinner. So,
Just punching up for the morning. That's where Gibbo's going now. Azza and Don around the corner, and I'm going to head over this one. Going to really spread out today and see what we can come up with. All really good systems, all potentially holding deer numbers. Get up before the sun comes up. It's not too cold now. Well, I'm walking up a hill, I suppose, but got a bit of a northerly in the wind, so it's quite balmy. It's a pretty good system up in here. Nice grassy bowl underneath me that draws up to where the sun's first hitting. Very well could be deer in here. I've got the wind coming down, so I'm going to cross, hunt that way, punch up and hunt the top of that bowl on the way back. Could be some better deer up in there later on in the day, you never know. The water's down below them, so if they're the kind of textbook style sambar, that's my best chance on one of these ones. I've popped right round the corner. Away from the other boys a fair way. I've had some really good opposing faces the entire time. have not seen a thing this morning. It's really odd. There's a nice river flat down below me, and I can see it looks to be a bit of a wallow there, or an old wallow. There's heaps of game trails on the other side. Got a really tight pinch up here, and a big system with a big bowl at the back here. So this is absolute, screaming deer kind of country, but I haven't picked one up yet. So the sun's coming up. It's going to get some sun on there soon. I'm hoping that some deer might walk around out of the shade and bed down on the side. So I'll have some brekkie here and hang out for an hour or so, and we'll see what happens, eh? It's been another hour or so, and glassed, no luck. Boys have just come on the radio, and one of them's got a bedded hind in front of them. But I might just start punching up this hill and head over the other system. I'm not sure if they're going to shoot it or not. They haven't said anything. I've just seen the mark come up on the GPS, so might be just filming it. I'll get out of here and see if I can get up on top of that other spur above Don and Azza, and we'll see if I can give them a hand on the other side. There's no luck on here. There's a little bit of sign on this one that I'm on. I was hoping that some deer might have been transiting on these game trails I'm sitting on, but been listening, no action. Some really nice little rolling gullies I've got all coming off the river as I head round this spur. Just get that feeling like a deer's going to bounce out of any one of these. Every now and then we get a big lull in the wind, so while it's quiet I just kind of stand still, and that wind will fire up again and all the leaves will rattle and it gets quite noisy, so because it's so crunchy underfoot. If I try and walk into something like that and there's a deer there, it's going to hear me for sure. So I'll just keep moving when the wind blows. In there is where Gibbo are, and Azza and Donna have gone up into that one. So my plan is to come up this one here. I can see in front of me in all this area here, it's just full of game trails. See all those trails in there, all leading up that spur down to the water. So no luck on the other side. Surprising actually, because there's all I can see by the fodder and the food that there's no deer have been there for quite some time. All their favourite stuff has just been left alone, so I'm fairly confident there's no deer around that other system there. So I'll go back over here, see if I can find some fresh tracks to walk up. But yeah, it is very odd because it just looks absolutely premium. Just numbers are very, very sparse or very thin. I'm not sure if maybe it is state forest here, so possibly some hound crews, or I know just on 2 gullies over there was a culling operation, so maybe they've thinned them right out. But still a beautiful spot to be in.
What do you reckon, Don? Anything out there? Oh, it's just there's nothing down there. There's no deer, but it's a magic spot. Perfect day. I think we're going to get cooked in about 2 hours though. Yeah. Climb the hills in the sun. That sun's just about to hit us now. Yeah. We're just sitting and watching over this little gully system here. Yeah. Magic spot. On a shady place, but it's quite a warm morning. It's probably 10, 12 degrees at least. But it's just so dry. Like, look at the ground around us. Everything's just so crunchy. It's so hard to be quiet. But that's what we're kind of focusing on the far side, just to see if we can spot anything out in the clearings. But so far, very little sign. Oh well, we'll keep on working our way around and hopefully come across someone.
Really, really nice little bowl hidden in here. A lot of food on that other side, but haven't pushed any deer out of it. It's surprising. The wind's really picked up now. Really strong, warm northerly. Roaring up above me here. It's good because I'm already up high. It's wicked face over here. Whoa, just gone up a notch. You never believe the forecast. Current forecast 15 knots.
Well, me and Don have just walked up this long gully, sort of contoured the river the whole way up the system. We've just made it up to the end of the valley. We can actually hear some dogs barking up on the ridge. We're wondering whether there's a hound crew up there or hear them now in the background there. Something's going on over the ridge there, but awesome little spot. But there's very little sign, isn't there?
Yeah. Just that last gully we went through.
So yeah, we've made it up here. We're going to have to hightail it back to camp to pack up because the bus is going to leave at about 12 o'clock, and if we're not on it,
Yeah, Daz will be unhappy if we're back late.
yeah, we've got to pack up camp. It's an absolutely stunning morning. It's warming up.
It's
isn't it?
almost-
So we just got a weather report on the little inReach. It's saying it's top of 19 today, and it's going to be some rain tonight, overnight. So
It's
a good day
going to
for
be swimming with it, I reckon.
good day for a rafting trip down the river again. That's for sure. We'll go back, pack up the rafts.
I'm just headed back down. There's camp there, and the other boys are still up the back there, so I've beaten them back to camp. So I thought I'll kill a bit of time and look for some casties. And I've walked not far, and bam, you beauty. Nice little one. That's a good start. It's a pretty awesome little river flat here, so potentially a few more. How'd you go?
Oh, yeah, saw a couple of hinds.
That's good.
Right up near the top though, on a speed running off the main one, but they were better down, mate. They're about 400 away. I was just enjoyed watching them for a while, yeah.
They're having a sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No point
Did you see him?
too far away, mate.
Did you see him walk to their bed and sit down, or you spotted him in the bed? You saw him.
Walked to the bed,
Yep.
just slowly standing against a tree for a while. And, had no idea I was there. I was probably 400 away from them. Whereas this side of the bug are all silent.
Yeah, I found the same over where I was. It looked really promising, but there was still food everywhere, but no deer. It's weird. Very weird.
There's a dog barking. What was going there?
I didn't hear that.
Didn't you?
Like a farm dog or a wild dog?
Hounds.
Oh, as in hounds.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I heard bloke get on the radio as well.
Oh, really?
You don't need the jump leads, you're in the dog crate and that. I'm thinking, oh, bloody, I'll get back to camp, the boys will be pissed off that someone's tipped a crate of hounds on them.
Yeah, right. No, I didn't hear that. And you actually heard them howling and running, right?
Yeah,
Must be fairly close.
There's this gully up here.
Well, yeah, there is state forest. There is a road back over there, so.
Okay.
If you guys are asking last rafting trip what we were doing to keep our rifles dry, what we've got is these rifle bivvies from Maroka 30. So they're just they're seam sealed, like totally waterproof, lightweight, they crunch up to nothing, take up any space. Good for alpine trips on your backpack and stuff as well. But yeah, we just slip the rifle into there. So there's heaps of room for kind of any length rifle in there. They fit easy, and then just roll that over 3 or 4 times and clip it shut, and happy days. You see when you're going rafting, eh? Look at this shit. Az is trying to help get these guys out of the drink. Bloody hell. Az is to the rescue. It's got the winch rope. Paddle, Az, a paddle!
Fuck! Nah! Oh.
Az's attempt with the shackle came up trump, so Don tried to walk a line out. Don to the rescue. He's got a winch line on. After a few unsuccessful attempts going forwards, we try to pull her out backwards.
Go, go, go!
Those guys sorted out. We thought we were all good to get back on our way, but just around the next corner, you wouldn't believe it.
John, pull in!
That's what happened to yours. You've lost the canopy off the back.
Whereabouts? Oh, those popped off. Far.
Bogged up there and he tried to pull me out and lost his canopy on the way up.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Have you emptied the canopy yet or not? I was gonna say,
we've just
do you want to we'll give you a lift while we're here?
Because there is a lot of us dudes, if you empty it, they're only about 200 kilos.
We'll jump out. What happened here, Don?
What happened here?
Yeah.
Oh, we've just come from Hell Part 2.
We just
Incidents
recovered.
everywhere, mate. We're
Just
just
helped the
the road in the bush.
Yeah,
The guy's canopy.
Does actually.
The guy's canopy's just bounced off going up this track, so they're got to give him a hand to try and get it back on the car.
One, two, three. Ooh. Well done, boy. Well done, mate.
Tell us what happened.
I drove up the hill, no strap, canopy fell off.
Lost the canopy off the back.
Jack on canopy on the deck.
I mean, stuffed it.
So luckily we had a few strong lads there and they were able to get it back on, and the boys are back in action, so happy days.
Cheers, thank you.
Alright lads, have a good one.
Appreciate it.
Oh, that looks shallow there. Fuck. Right, coming in hot. You're right. There was some back there too. Come in.
So what's the plan this afternoon? We're going to fish a coffee and go and get some vantage and learn the lay of the land a little bit?
I might go down to my favourite rock downstream a bit and sit up there. I mean, yeah, probably still got what? Time that sun drops behind the hill, probably another 45 minutes of light.
Yeah, it'd be about an hour or so, left.
Yeah.
We get the rifle up
Yeah,
and
it's a good spot down there. Obviously been there before last time, and yeah.
It's a bit of forecast rain coming in the next kind of 24 hours, which might change things up a little bit.
Yeah, well, it hasn't started pushing any clouds to us yet, which is good, but it'll be the first time, won't it?
Yeah. Boys having some tucker. What's happening here?
Just a bit of afternoon tea.
Cup of soup, 2-minute noodles.
What do you got, Azza?
Yeah.
Oh, same.
Imagine, mate.
What pot you got there? It's massive.
Yeah. Sea to summit. Olivia hooks up with everything. Bloody mint. Everything's Sea to summit.
Good on you,
I'm their
Olivia.
biggest customer. If only they knew it.
Yeah, show us those things. Gerber complete.
Nests in there like that. It's got a can opener there. And it's got a peeler there.
Oh, peeler's handy.
Yeah. And then this you put into here, and then you've got, is it like that? I haven't actually done this one. Yeah, from the top like that. So then you got tongs.
Oh yeah.
Which is pretty handy. And then you got like a little edge there so you can cut steak and things like that with. But this is the best part, this little bit here, so you can get into your your bowl,
Like
scrape
a
all the
soft spatula kind of thing.
yeah, scrapes all the edges and all that sort of thing, and just makes cleaning just that little bit easier.
And we made camp 2 for the night. How's this for a view? So we're gonna punch up this hill and see what's about. Get the other guys, get their bearings. See if we can see any deer moving about. There's only about probably an hour left of light, so this one's really just a recon trip. We just got a bit lucky, like really lucky. I was just glassing this space. Don's, that's Don there, looking in the wrong direction. The deer is directly above him there. We've got a spotting scope set up here so we can flick over to that footage and show you him, but there's actually a really big stag just center of screen there that's come out. Well, we made the decision to bug out. We've got a big storm rolling in pretty quick. There's rain on the way. So we're going to go back down and cook up some dinner and make everything rainproof. And we're going to have a crack at that stag in the morning. Hopefully we can find him in the morning. Start of day 3 today. It's about an hour before sunup. The boys still haven't stirred yet, so gonna get some gear ready and have a bit of brekkie. And then it's pretty exciting because we saw a good stag up in the gully behind us here, so we're gonna have a little plan and try and get in close to that guy. Hopefully the plan is, as long as the wind behaves, that on his way up from the bed we can kind of intercept him on the way. We had a look at a map last night. There is another route that we can get up above him and come down on top, but it'll be a very, very long way around, and I think he'd be bedded by the time we got around, which might be tricky to find him. So it was really wet last night. Rain came through, so the ground's all going to be wet out there and slippery, and the rocks on the way over there are pretty steep and pretty treacherous. So we take our time and pick our way along that face and see if we can get eyes on this fella. So that's where we saw the stag yesterday, up in that cloud. A lot of shale and actually a really steep cliff face here. But I want to stay on this side if the thermal kicks up. I want to get my wind up there. Just mark my location here. I've got a flat shooting platform. So if you stepped into that spot in the afternoon, you'd be in for a shot. I'm just going to pick my way along. You can see a lot of that gully from where I'm standing, so here is a good spot to sit. I'm going to see what kind of elevation. There's a massive cliff above me. I'm just going to see if I'm able to get up on that and have another bird's eye view in. So if you're not seeing much from there, come to this position. Still climbing. Some pretty bony country, but it's actually perfect vantage. I can see a lot. The further I go up, the closer I'm going to get to a shooting position. And fingers crossed, he's set up in that area. He's going to hang out there for me. If not, it's going to be a long day, so I'll try and wait this deer out. Now 232 or 233 metres from where that deer was last night. So I'm gonna set up somewhere here where I can see down around to the right there. Theory is he should still be in this gully somewhere.
I got the roll this morning of sitting here keeping lookout for where we seen that stag last night. The boys have headed off up in that direction now. But of course there's a cloud sitting in that little gully where it was, so I can't see in there exactly from here, but it's just about cleared now, so once that clears I'll be able to have a good look up there with this spotting scope. Yeah, fingers crossed they're still in that gully and the boys get onto them.
A little bit of drizzle around, but I've now got an opposing face at about 120 metres, and where I saw that deer he's about 240, so I've got kind of both faces where we was last seen covered. The boys are down a little bit below me here, but it's early days, the sun's just coming over all that now. I don't know, haven't spotted any movement up there. I suspect he won't be alone, but this is going to be me for the morning. I'm going to sit here. I'll give you a little look at what I've got in front of me here. So this is what I'm looking across to here. So this face down that spot there is 120 thereabouts, and then kind of double that to that one. Worked out a good way if we do find a deer in here. I think I can get him from the bottom, coming up from the river using the raft, so fingers crossed we can make it happen in this little gully. It's been an hour or so now and all I've seen is bloody rock wallabies. They've got to be in here somewhere. This gully's quite hot with sign. I can see game trails all over the other side, so the waiting game.
Yeah, mate, I was just going to say, if you're up that high, can you go around a bit further and look into that bowl that you've at the top of? Don't lose too much elevation because you've got a fair walk back to camp, but if it's easy, just have a look back. We can't see it from here, that's all.
Well, I see it's a pretty good view up here. Got some nice opposing faces. This is the gully that we saw that stag in yesterday. He's got a saddle up there, he might have poked over the other side, so got Gibbo going round along the river. He's going to go up the other side of that and see if he can see anything, or he might even bump him over this way. We've got Don up, coming up that far top ridge. He's gone way up, he's about 600 metres elevation higher than us. We've got a lot of space covered here. We're all been on the glass for a few hours now, and I've counted off 8 wallabies. No deer yet, but if I'm seeing wallabies, surely I'd see a deer. So we're going to be set up here for the day. We've decided I'm just going to sit here all day and maybe right into the afternoon. We'll just see. It's going to be a long day until the deer move, but rather than going back to camp and coming back in here again. I'm just going to pop around this corner back around the left and have a look on this other face in front of me for a while. I've been on there for maybe 4.5 hours and haven't seen anything now, so duck around and pick apart another aspect for a few hours, and as it's just come on the radio, he's down below and he's got some food, so I might duck down and see if I can scab some tucker off him. You can see it's all real shale, very steep gradient, and the rock that's in here is just held in by dirt, so I've had a couple of spills and a couple of close calls. If you step on the wrong rock, even big ones, they just go. It's very, very dicey walking along here. I'll tell you what, I'm glad I got the poles on this stuff. Definitely saved me a couple of times. Pretty awesome view, eh? Yeah, Azza, copy, Azza. Are you on the move, mate?
I'm just below you.
Yeah, sweet. I was just about to say, I think I bumped an animal your way, so I can hear this fucking rumbling down below me. I thought fucking pushing it down.
Fucking stuck me down in the mud and rocks. It's fucking...
What happened, Azza?
Oh. Sent me up freaking... That cliffhanger movie had nothing on where I've just been, with a Should feel the weight of me pack. Bring me lunch to me, he says. So I freaking do. Feel that?
Shit, what'd you bring, dear?
Everything.
It's spectacular up here though, isn't it? Yeah. I've counted off about 8 wallabies. I can't believe I haven't found a deer in there. It's
I'm
just,
sick of looking at that hill.
yeah,
I've looked at it for
yeah.
hours.
It's now gone 2:30. We decided we're going to sit here until about 4 o'clock because we don't want to head out on this pretty sketchy kind of track in the dark. We want to make sure we've got all bases covered, so we'll hold out here for another hour and a half. Got Az behind me here, and Gibbo's still over there somewhere. Haven't heard from him in a while, and I'm pretty sure Don's gone back to camp, so it's been a pretty long day beyond the glass. My eyes are going a bit blurry, but bloody beautiful spot to hang out for the day. Az brought up some lunch, so I'm stoked. He's all set up there pretty cosy with his chair. His little nana blanket. And now he's cooking up meatballs. That's living. Az has joined the hunt. What do you reckon of this, Azza?
Pretty good spot.
We got some afternoon sun, nice glassing faces. Last point we saw some deer. It's been, how many hours have we been up here now? Yeah. We've got Gibbo going up on the other side there, so we're just holding our ground here. And we don't know, we might be stalemate in here, but I think it's worth while we're up here spending some time and just see what happens in the afternoon. What do you got there, Azza? Satellite antenna.
Trying to get reception. I'm getting the cold butt, so it's time to upgrade. I just don't know how this 60-degree angle.
It's going to be a bit precarious if Azza falls off his perch. He's got a pretty steep cliff down below. Just spotted a hind that's come out to feed. It's right on 4 o'clock. It's almost kind of time to go, so the bugger animals are just coming out to feed now, but we don't want to risk getting stuck in here and trying to navigate out with headlights in this stuff. Might give it another 5-10 minutes and then we're going to have to pull the pin. It's been here for nearly 10 hours. Bummer. And you pop in here, be like, and rest. So like, Azza?
Lovely shit. I'm built for it, eh?
Built like a billy goat. Gets a bit steep down here. See, Azza's clinging on. That's why I didn't want to do this bit in the dark. Because she's steep. It's easy if you go to your bum and put your legs in front of you. Got trees in front of you. If you do slide, just grab onto them.
That was the bit where I was fucking trying to go up that.
Oh, you went up that?
I was clinging on the rock and pushed the wrong side.
Is that why you told me I can come get my own lunch?
Yeah. Stripped off. I was in no top.
Because you're shitting yourself.
Oh, sweating myself. Here's camp pitch, he's got it all going for us. How good's this? How'd you go, mate?
Oh, it's a long walk, but it's good fun. No, it was really good. Took some good photos, took a little bit of video.
Oh,
He wasn't happy about the situation. Ready? Set your go. Don, give us a dance. Got no problem with the didgeridoo.
Turtle on it.
Maybe the person.
He's not impressed. He's not impressed. And you've even played didge and you can't even get a sound out of it. I'll be fucked. Fucking who brought Don?
I can't do what you do. It's like a Datsun.
Fucking no pressure. What about ripping
Come
a man
on,
down?
come on.
Fucking hell. Well, we argued a bit more about my didge playing skills and called it a night.
There certainly was a frosty one last night. All the tents frozen solid. See a bit of movement in the camp. Looks like Don's getting up. Everything's frozen. Your wetsuit's going to be a bit crusty. Look at your boat.
You've already been on getting the fire going, I bet?
But all set for a big day on the river. We've got a few pretty gnarly rapids coming up this time, and a few of the new boys it's not going to know what hit them. The first straight out of camp we've got a metre drop, and then further down there's another gorge, so it's going to be fun times. Hopefully all the boats survive it back to the car park. Looks like George is awake. How you going out there, George?
A bit icy.
It's very icy. It's nearly sun up on the last day out, so we're going to have a cook up here, get some brekkie, pack up the rafts and wait for the sun to come a bit because it's pretty fresh right now. It's a little bit frosty, and hit some rapids for the day. Should be fun.
One of the great things when you're on the raft is that weight's not really an issue, so you can bring some luxuries. This is our last day's breakfast this morning, and boys are over there on the grill. I've got the gas cooker and some snags. Going to do the big brekkie. Old Don over in Shandytown. What did you have for breakfast?
Big bowl of porridge, mate, yeah.
The staple porridge.
With one weevil in it.
And a weevil. Bit of extra nutrition.
But I'm looking forward to a sausage as well, yeah.
We might have to have might even treat ourselves to a counter meal on the way home, maybe.
Nice, mate, yeah.
See how we're feeling.
The luxury.
Too right. The boys just finished checking out the rapid that's straight out of camp here, and Don reckons he's not puckering up, but I reckon he is. What do you reckon, George? What's the plan?
Run over rocks.
What are we about to do, Don?
We're about the first one off the rank, mate, to try the probably the hardest rapid of the trip. Picked the line. We think it's not the best, but it's probably going to be the easiest. So a bit of risk involved, but going to minimise that by getting a few blokes downstream ready to pick up the pieces if things turn nasty.
Before the trip was finished, we gave it one last chance to convince Don of our Indigenous skills, but he wasn't buying it. Righto, how was it? Good. We found a couple of good spots after that, so I think we'll have to come back soon before the river drops and have another mission in some other gullies.
Yeah, very keen.
Yeah, it's very nice that last one we found, wasn't it?
What was the highlight?
For me, just to go down the river and just see these mountains just towering above you.
We saw
Yeah.
some turtles, some platypuses, and
Yeah.
even seen some bush babes out there.
Yeah.
It's unusual.
Sunken car. Canopy falling off the back of the
Earned ourselves a beer.
Yeah.
It's unexpected. Deer numbers were pretty sparse though, surprisingly. I mean, we didn't see that many last time either, so it wasn't too surprising.
It's
but
still pretty bony country, isn't it? You know, I mean,
Yeah.
they're there, but it just doesn't hold the numbers that good country should.
yeah,
But yeah, we found that the last spot we found seems to have been a bit more promising. I mean, they're there. You just got to find the right systems in that, eh?
Yeah.
I mean,
Couple casties, someone might have found. Gets there, pulls up and sweeps the area before anyone else can.
you won't get to be Castor King sitting in the boat, as a.
Hey, I found one, I'm happy with that.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Stay safe, happy hunting. See you next time.